Umpire Magazine, and I can't wait to go across the pond to listen to Across the Pod, fresh out of Wales. Special stuff. Cheers.
Hello everyone, Andy here, and here's what you can look forward to in today's episode. In today's episode, I was joined by Cynan Anwyl in part 2 of letting AI decide the episode script. We both take it in turns to compare NFL teams to animals.
We got dogs. So I've got a Labrador Retriever.
We also power rank NFL touchdown celebrations.
Now I know, because you just said that the griddy's overdone and we've gone past it. There's just something about spiking the football.
And much more. Hope you all enjoy.
Yo, you are so quick with these.
I don't know why.
You found your calling. That was crazy.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Across the Pod NFL podcast. I am as ever your host today, Andy Davis, and you would have seen in the last episode we did, we let AI decide the episode, and there was so much to give. We're going to do a part 2. There were so many things that we got given by AI that we just simply have to carry it on because there were so many crackers left that we never got time to discuss. So, as you would have seen in part 1, our returning guest is Cynan Anwyl. Cynan, good to have you on.
Yeah, there were some crackers in the last one, but there's not festive period at the moment, so it's not festive pun. But yeah, there was just so much, especially last time where totally thrown off. I was like, there was no prep time. We've had a little bit of prep time for this one, but it's still like, I don't know what kind of prep you can have for the topics of this one. But thank you very much for having me back again, Andy. Thank you.
Well, it's good having you on. And yeah, it was a crazy episode. I mean, for example, if you are watching or listening to this episode, make sure you do listen to part 1 because we do things like comparing NFL teams to fast food chains. We talk about our surprise teams for the season, most likely players to make the media lose their mind, and much more like that. And we kind of carrying on in part 2. And like Cynan said, we already know what we're talking about today. Firstly, due to time constraints, but also because this is carrying on from the original AI script we got given. So yeah, this is all going to come in part 2, and let's go. But before we do carry on, this episode is sponsored by fantasygameday.app. Use code Andy5 at checkout for money back off your first paid lineup. And also, let's find out for the final time this off-season, what happened on this day.
On this day, on July 17th, in 1997, Pro Football Hall of Famer and 3-time Super Bowl champion Art Monk retired after playing 16 seasons in the NFL, and the likes of Scott Norwood, Mason Rudolph and Eric Moulds were all born.
There we are. We're bringing it back for one more episode when we do our season predictions, but after that is the curtain call on this off-season for this On This Day segment of the show. But yeah, so coming on from part 1, we had more things come down. So the things we're going to talk about today, we're going to compare NFL teams to the following: superheroes, movie villains, household appliances, and dogs. And just to make things a bit quicker as well, we've also AI generated the teams we're going to try and compare. No, that's not right. Sorry, no, we're going to... that bit, ignore that bit. Basically,
different aspects of like the teams. So whether it's what we have is we've got the different mascots for different teams, the stadium foods, then the uniforms, which I mean, I'm always a big fan of critiquing NFL uniforms. Side note, have you seen those? Like the football, the cross with the football shirts.
I have.
They look crazy good. I gotta say, I thought the Dolphins one looked good, but from your reaction, it seems like you're about to tell me you're not happy with it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm kind of OCD in the sense that I would never wear a jersey that would never be worn on the field. Like, I've very rarely bought in football terms, away jerseys, third kits. And I do find it hard. As good as the cause is, I do find it hard to buy a salute to service jersey just because they never wear it in the games. I don't know why they don't wear it in the games. That's something I've always been perplexed about. But I'm I don't know. I kind of think sometimes keep different things apart. I always think keep football to football, keep NFL to NFL. But at the same time, some do look nice. I will say that I saw. Was it the Chargers? I saw that basically was an Argentina kit. That looked okay, but I don't know. I just think it's my own personal OCD that I would never wear something that is never worn in real life.
No way.
But no, that is just my personal thing. Obviously, nothing against if you want to go and buy a jersey, and that's fine. But I don't think I'd quite have the courage to wear it to an NFL game in person. Personally, I don't think.
Okay, yeah, that I get. That one I get because it's okay, I get that one. Maybe wear it to, I don't know, maybe football games just to make it look completely random. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, potentially. That could be what you do. I mean, I just don't know personally. And I will say, before I had my kind of mild 30-second freeze on my brain, things we are also ranking. They're calling it the completely unnecessary power rankings, ranking things nobody asked for, and these are the mascots, stadium food, touchdown celebrations, and uniforms. And we kind of already AI'd as well the 5 examples of each we're going to go through. We're going to blind rank, not blind rank. We're going to power rank each one. So starting off, we have superheroes, and we've given ourselves each. So I will be comparing an NFL team to Superman, whereas Cynan will be comparing an NFL team to Spider-Man. And Cynan, I'll let you go first. Which NFL team are you comparing to Superman?
Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So a team that doesn't have necessarily a lot of haters. It doesn't have to be. I don't think any one team is generally loved between everyone. I think there's always going to be someone that's going to be, I hate them. But I feel like with this team, more people are I vibe with them more. I get them. I get it. Also, I think Spider-Man, smaller, he's punching, punching above his weight when it comes to the villains he's coming up against. So I think, especially in this division where it's quite a stacked division, I wanted to go for the Bengals in this one. I thought the Bengals were a good representation of Spider-Man. Now, I know I just said punch above their weight and the very stacked division, and they have the Browns. I'm aware of that. But they do struggle against the Browns. They do struggle in division games. So I think that entire division is just constantly is known as one of the hardest hitting divisions, really, the hardest division. So I thought the Bengals were a good comparison to Spider-Man.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'll explain in a minute as well. I'm not really the biggest Marvel watcher, so I kind of had to research a bit on my one, Superman, a little bit. And I don't really remember much about Spider-Man. I have watched Spider-Man. The only one I've watched more than once is Batman. But I find Marvel hard. I find Marvel really hard to watch. So I'll take your word for it on that one with Spider-Man.
Okay.
The only thing I can think of is he's got great hands. Who's got great hands? Jamar Chase.
Yes.
So that's maybe where you go as well. But this is gonna be the part of the one where I really am torn, stuck for how to compare. I think the Bengals is good. I think I could back Spider-Man to succeed in the jungle, which obviously the Bengals is all about ruling the jungle.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Well, for mine, it's Superman. Now, my original thought was, do I go for the Steelers? Because obviously their nickname is Man of Steel. But also there was something, I did some research on Superman. There was something about kind of lifting. What was it? It said, I've got it here. So it was, there was something about this living up to previous ones. I was going to go down the route of, all these head coaches succeeding Hall of Fame head coaches. But what I went for in the end, I went for the Eagles because I looked it up. So I looked at his powers and abilities. He mentions both freeze breath and super breath. He mentions, well, heat vision, X-ray vision, and there was something about the cold as well. So basically, he feels like he can work in both cold and hot conditions. Now, it is a rare city in the US where they have quite extreme examples of all 4 seasons. And the Eagles have won the warmest game in NFL history. So that's where I went for that reason as well. I found it hard because my Marvel knowledge or DC knowledge, I don't know which one it is, isn't great. But the fact that Superman seems to be good in both freezing conditions and hot conditions, the Eagles have, they've won a Super Bowl in Minnesota, which is, not the warmest place in the world in February when Super Bowls are on. And yeah, that's what I went for. But that was, not my strongest category. But this one I feel very strong about. So next up, we had movie villains. And I got Darth Vader and Cynan got the Joker. So, Darth Vader, I found this really easy. I'm going for a particular type of team. I'm going for the New England Patriots, but the Tom Brady and Bill Belichick era Patriots, because I'm just saying, myself, we actually were a bit of a bogey team to the Patriots in the regular season. But I'm thinking about if you're a Colts fan, if you're a fan of the Broncos when they had Manning, or any team like the Bills and the Jets, when you're leading by 5, 2-minute warning, and you see Tom Brady coming out on that field, and Bill Belichick coming on the field before the game, you just picture that dum. That for me, that's I found that the easiest one out of the whole of these 4 we've got here. That was the easiest one because I think you could argue modern day fans will say the Chiefs and Mahomes, but I just feel like nothing defined the the Dark Empire more than that Patriots team when they were going through their great days. And no one likes Darth Vader. He was the villain, and of course Patriots were the villains of the NFL for many years. Spygate, Deflategate, winning time after time, dominating the NFL. So that for me was my easy one. But I'm intrigued by your decision as to what the Joker.
I think that's a great comparison, especially picturing Bill Belichick as Emperor Palpatine. That's definitely something I can envision. Do it, Brady. Do it. That's something I can definitely see.
To be fair, sorry, the more thing, there's an old age question of did the Patriots deflate the balls? In Star Wars, there's an old age debate of who shot first.
Oh my god. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Depends which version of the New Hope you watched, I guess.
Oh, and also who helped who more, Brady or Belichick? There's always that debate as well.
Yeah.
I think that's been answered since they both left the Patriots, but there was definitely a debate for a while as to who made who. But so I'll let you carry on.
That was so good. Sorry, I opened that can of worms. That's my bad. Right, so I had the Joker. Now I thought maniac, unpredictable, I just crazy essentially is what I was thinking of. And what came to mind specifically was Brian Flores with the Vikings, and whatever, you never know what defensive game plan is coming up on the day. It is either your regular, they'll stick with cover 3 quarters, whatever, or you could get cover 0 complete blitz every single down, and he's just psychotic. So I thought, what a great comparison for Brian Flores and the Vikings, I guess, as the Joker. And yeah, I mean, I'm thinking Gotham City it's just constantly fighting, constantly, constant fights, constantly one-upping each other. And what other division could live up to that name as the NFC North? So that's what I went with.
Love that. Yeah, insane. And I do love those Batman films. I do love didn't like the second Joker film, but I love the first Joker film and the Dark Knight Rises. And fun fact for those NFL fans who maybe have watched Batman in years gone by, who maybe weren't into NFL but are now, certainly in my case that is the thing. Heinz Ward and Ben Roethlisberger appeared in the
yes.
And they filmed it in Heinz Field, well now Acrisure Stadium. And Heinz Ward is actually the guy who runs a touchdown in the game when everyone else dies around him, which probably doesn't.
Dies around him.
When I watched it, I only watched really the highlights of NFL, so I never really knew the players at that point, apart from obviously Tom Brady. I only found out about 5 years ago that Ben Roethlisberger and Heinz Ward were in the film. Incredible. So next up, we have household appliances.
Yeah, this one was just I've had to stretch for this one. I can't believe this was
mine quite easy. So you've got washing machine. I've got refrigerator.
Well, yeah, yours is quite. I can imagine what yours is. With washing machine, I thought big, obnoxiously loud, but the clothes are quite clean. The uniforms are quite clean. So I went for the Philadelphia Eagles here. And the big team, the fans are obnoxiously loud, and just whatever the fans get up to in Philly is up to them. But I was thinking the green Kelly uniforms, and just I feel like they always have clean fits. So yeah, they're my washing machine team, the Eagles. Yeah, I wonder who yours for the refrigerator is.
Yeah, I kind of want to see because I got obviously you got one in your head. You're thinking I've chosen. What are you thinking I've gone for? Out of curiosity, before I say mine.
I was thinking the Chicago Bears or William Perry.
Oh no, mine's not that.
Oh
no, and I've got actually a lot of logic behind my answer here. It's not the Chicago Bears and the refrigerator. So obviously mine is refrigerator. So I've gone for the Vikings.
Oh.
And it's beside the obvious, cool surroundings. A fridge are cold. It's cold in Minnesota. A fridge has a lot of options. It has your your milk. It has your, let's say, your pizza. It has your veg, your peppers, your cucumbers, your tomatoes. It has all the options. And what's the Vikings been littered with in their history? Great options receiver-wise. Randy Moss, Justin Jefferson, Chris Carter, Jordan Addison. But, as well, the Vikings have never been a Super Bowl champion. They've never been the best team in the NFL. And I don't think the fridge has ever been the best thing in your kitchen. I think you think about you got your oven, you got your chopping board, you've got in my case, you've got the lounge and the sofa and the TV. The fridge is never, I don't think, the star attraction of your kitchen. Now, there's been times like the Vikings when they went 15-1 in '99, when the Vikings were one of the best. And I think when the fridge introduced the idea to have ice cubes coming out of your fridge, maybe then it was edging towards, maybe this is the best part of the kitchen. But I think overall, the kitchen is never the biggest appeal of your kitchen. Sorry, the fridge is never the biggest appeal of your kitchen, just like the Vikings are never the best team in the NFL.
That was a brilliant breakdown. That was so in depth. That was crazy. That was brilliant. To add on to that, I reckon the undisputed champ with a lot of people, and probably the dynasty in a kitchen scenario, would probably be the air fryer. I think everyone loves the air fryer. I think they're quite goated.
The air fryer for me, we've had it in the house. I didn't really get on with it. It never seemed to cook.
Get on with it.
They're like a new trendy team. They're like the one where they've got like a new thing, but I see mixed reviews. So maybe they're like who's up and coming? Maybe the Giants. No, not the Giants. Maybe
the Jags. I don't know, because they're a newer side. I don't know.
Ooh, the Commanders. maybe peaked in 2024.
Yo, you are so quick with these.
I don't know why. I'm so quick.
You found
I
your
don't know why.
calling.
Oh, it's. I'm hoping this last one's going to live up to my previous three. We got dogs. So I've got a Labrador Retriever, and Cynan, you have a German Shepherd. So again, I've never owned a Labrador Retriever. I'm trying to look at the traits of a Labrador Retriever, and it says here they are loyal and highly social. It says gentle with children, but I don't think we can compare a team to that. So I'm going purely on the loyal element, and dogs are loyal as well. Pittsburgh Steelers. They've had a lot. The head coaches have lasted a while. They've had, the guy before Mike Tomlin, he was there for a while. Chuck Noll before him was there for a while. Mike Tomlin was there for, some people will say, too long, but they stuck by the head coach, stuck by Roethlisberger when he was performing, maybe again, bad towards the end. He was starting to age. And yeah, dogs are reliable. The Steelers have won the joint most Super Bowls. They're always in and around the playoff scenario. So yeah, that's my Labrador Retriever.
I like that one. That was a good comparison. That was good. So you got 4 for 4 now. There's four very good examples. So mine was German Shepherd. Now German Shepherds known for being very loyal dogs. So I was thinking, okay, loyalty, a loyal fan base. What makes a fan base loyal? Oh, they must have gone through a lot. Now, I had a couple of teams in mind, and then I thought, okay, what else? What other traits does a German Shepherd have? Well, they're big, they're fierce. They're always up for a fight. Well, like they won't back down from a fight in a way. So I went with another animal. I went for the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I went, the fans have been quite loyal with them throughout all these years, through the winningless seasons, and right now they're quite big. The Dan Campbell does a back from a fight. He's got massive cojones like a dog does as well. So I reckon the Lions are a very good comparison to German Shepherd, I think.
So my guess was actually going to be the Lions that you were going to.
Oh, really?
But not for that reason, because arguably the best player can speak German in Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. See, that's another one then. That's another one. Just forgot to mention.
Well, that is that part over. So now we are on. As said before, we are on to our section now where we rank things that no one wanted us to rank. So we start off with NFL mascots, and we have AI generated via ChatGPT 5 random mascots in the NFL, and our job now is to power rank from 5 to 1 who we think, in our personal opinions, are the best. And we'll try and rattle through some of these quickly because we are, again, time restraint because of the football tonight. So yeah, the 5 I generated were the Seahawks mascot Blitz, the 49ers mascot Sourdough Sam, the Colts mascot Blue, the Jaguars mascot Jackson DeVille, and the Chiefs mascot Casey Wolf. So, Cynan, I'll let you go first on this one. Give me your power rankings from 5 to 1 of your NFL mascots.
Right. So I got number 5. I got Casey Wolf. Now, I think it stands to reason as to why, with all the antics. That guy. I don't know if it was that guy or the guy. I forget what the story was. Or it was the guy that dressed up as him. That was like robbing banks and stuff. I forget how that really transpired. But he was dead last for me. Then Sourdough Sam. I do feel like I don't see much of Sourdough Sam doing anything. So I was like, okay, that's 4. Now the top 3. So with my third, I went for Blitz for the Seahawks. I think this mascot is a little bit more lively than the last 2, but when comparing to the top 2, it is quite hard to put them up there. So I've got Jackson DeVille with the second spot. Now, if you guys, whoever's listening, if you've watched a game a Jags game in whether it's Wembley or Tottenham, this guy's nuts. Like he'll what's we call it, bungee from the top of the stadium down into it. He'll wear, like, I swear there was one year I was there, he was just in a pair of Speedos. I was like, right, okay, like he's nuts. And I think in another power ranking without this other team's mascot in there, he'd probably be number one. But I think I don't know if it's unanimous. I don't know what your list is like, but Blue with the Colts, I mean, he's constantly winning mascot of the year throughout all sports, really. He's great on socials. He's got that trademark like pie in the face type video all the time. He's hilarious in the mascot v kids game. And I think he is exactly what you want out of your mascot, really. So I thought top two definitely like quite easy to do. It was just like Blitz or Sourdough Sam, maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about Sourdough Sam. But yeah, that's my power rankings of the NFL mascots that we got.
Yeah, I mean, I think those two are unanimous. I think they are the best two mascots in the league. I had forgotten about Casey Wolf, those stuff that came out about Robin Banks. So they were originally fourth, but now they're going to be fifth for me. Now, I've gone for Blitz fourth and Sourdough Sam third. So I just think Sourdough Sam more. Okay. I think Blitz does more as a mascot, but I just think to look at, I think Sourdough Sam is really cool. But I think Blitz is also really cool. But yeah, no, Sourdough Sam I quite like him. And then, yeah, like you, I've gone for Jackson DeVille second, Blue first. Now, I always thought for years the best was Jackson DeVille, but then Blue got more notoriety. And anyone who was in Germany last year would have seen how present he was in a lot of things in day before, in kind of the NFL fan zones. And unbelievable mascot, great social media presence. Managed to get some really cool stuff with friend of the show George on Sports, who was down, and he even put a comment on one of my TikTok videos.
I love it.
Yeah, he gets a little extra vote from me, and yeah, that's my top five. So our next thing to power rank is NFL stadium foods. So the five we have been given are a Chicago-style hot dog. I'm assuming that's done in the Bears. A barbecue brisket sandwich. I don't know where the hell does that, but I really want to know who does the barbecue brisket sandwich. We've got loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteak, and a jumbo soft pretzel with cheese. Now, I'm trying to go based on what they're like in stadiums. So, number five, which wouldn't be five in terms of general food, loaded nachos. Now, I love nachos. Whether it's in a Mexican, non-Mexican, amazing, great little starter. But NFL stadium nachos is horrendous. I don't know whether you've ever had one at game or any game in London.
I'm not.
They're awful. And the main issue for me is the same thing with the Philly cheesesteak they do in American stadiums. They do that horrible orangey plasticky cheese.
Yeah.
Give me mozzarella, give me cheddar, give me Monterey Jack, give me any of the cheese that actually melts.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it's like I've never ordered it from a stadium. I've seen people order it, and it's just covered with this horrible cream cheese looking thing, salsa. It looks off. Now, if these are general foods, it'd probably be third or second because I do like a nacho. But purely an NFL stadium nacho, yeah, not for me. And four is probably the jumbo stock pretzel. Pretzel's probably the least out of the five, my least favorite thing. But they are good in stadiums, but they are incredibly salty, which does put it below the Philly cheesesteak. Now, the cheesesteak also has that orangey, plasticky cheese, but the meat's pretty good. So it's tough, but I think those two kind of can flip. And then number two for me, I've got a Chicago-style hot dog. Hot dogs are pretty reliable in stadiums. You know what you're getting. They hit pretty well. Get the mustard and the ketchup together. Absolute game changer. And then number one, barbecue brisket. I mean, no one does brisket better than America. And I feel like even though I never had a barbecue brisket sandwich from an NFL stadium, I can't help thinking they're going to be good.
So true. I'm on the same boat as you. I've never actually had one. Hey, well, maybe that's something I'll aim for. I'm not going to America this year, but whenever I do end up going there, I'll make sure I remember. Yes, I remember talking about the barbecue brisket sandwich on part 2 of Andy's podcast. I must have one. Well, my rankings now. I'm not okay. So I'm recovering a fussy eater. So I used to be quite
I was
fussy
very
with food.
concerned. And you said recovering. I was very concerned.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, just a recovering fussy eater or picky eater. So, a lot of these actually. No, okay. Well, there's one of these I haven't properly had yet, but I've tried it. I'm not that much of a fan. So number 5, I've got the soft pretzel with cheese. Now, I don't know if that's a outrageous take because I don't know if there's many pretzel fans out there. But yeah, that's dead last for me. Then, okay, this is controversial. Now, I like a hot dog. Okay, I do like hot dogs. But I Googled to see what the hell they put in a Chicago-style hot dog. And it's just too much. They are doing too much with it. So what we have is, if I'm looking here, we got, obviously, the sausage. That's all good. We got the ketchup, mayonnaise, as you like it, Andy. We got tomatoes. We got sweet onion. All right, that's all good. We got green relish. All right. We got green peppers. We got pickle. We got celery salt. And it just when I look at it, it's just like, nah, this is too much. I'm not a fan of pickle either, and I feel like hot pepper is just gonna make I'm gonna be downing beers during the game because my mouth's hot, and that is not there's not a good mix. So I had to go 4, even though I do like a reliable hot dog, but not maybe. I think a Chicago style is too much, especially when you're watching a game. You gotta try and like solve this Rubik's cube of a sandwich and not spill it all over yourself. So it has to be 4 for me. Then I got for load of nachos at 3, purely because I feel like same with the Chicago style was like is a bit of a mess to eat whilst you're eating. And like you said, you gotta get them right, really. I think if too many come with the fake cheese or the naff cheese, really, then it kind of ruins the entire thing. So nachos are 3. Then I got the Philly cheesesteak at 2. And then, of course, the barbecue brisket sandwich at 1. I just, like you said, the Americans just know how to barbecue. And I love barbecue brisket. So what better than to have it whilst watching an NFL game?
So I actually Googled who does this sandwich in the NFL stadium, this barbecue brisket. It's given me 3 teams. It's given me the Arrowhead for the Chiefs, the AT&T for the Cowboys, and Bank of America for the Panthers. Now, I've been to all 3. Didn't get anything at the Panthers game. It was the rain stopped that. I got way too many touchdowns, baby, at the Cowboy Stadium. And then I didn't get it at Arrowhead. But what I did get at Arrowhead was a margarita.
Oh.
But it was given to me actually in my seat. So this is back when I actually stopped drinking about less than a month after I never really enjoyed alcohol. I made the decision to stop drinking alcohol literally about 2 weeks later. But it's the classic thing that they go around bringing hot dogs. But there's one time they were bringing around margaritas. I'm like, I'm more of a mojito guy, but that sounds good. So, yeah, I don't think many can say they've had a margarita watching the Chiefs play in Arrowhead.
No.
The one thing I found, I always see at stadiums, and I do get it sometimes because it is one of the cheaper options, and it's you know what you're getting. They are peanuts. They serve you peanuts at this game, but peanuts in their shells. So I bought it, I think, twice. Once definitely was I think it was in Atlanta, or maybe it was in New Orleans. Either way, I'm there trying to watch this game, trying to peel these peanuts, and it's just so awkward. And you can see when you leave a stadium, this like array of just
shells everywhere.
It was like a massacre. I never understood why they sell those stages. I've never got it. I've never understood why, but it is considerably cheaper than everything else bar the hot dog. So yeah,
you know what's a goated food choice to have whilst watching a game that I've done a couple times in London. even though they're stupid expensive in London. I really love having popcorn watching a game.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a, and I can't remember which game it was. No, tell I swear it was the Bills. It's either the Bills Jags game or the Saints Vikings in Tottenham. And I had like this massive bag of popcorn that I still didn't see off throughout the entire game because there was so much. But it was great. One of the best decisions I made in that year.
Got you. So our final two, the first one is NFL touchdown celebrations. Now, the 5 we have been given are as followed. Spike in the football, Lambo leap, group dance routine, the gritty dance, and also the bow and arrow celebration.
I love the demonstration. That was great. If you're not watching this, Andy just gave a great demonstration of the gritty.
But a gritty, like when he can't move, it's like purely a hands only gritty.
Yeah. Just looked like you were putting your glasses on and off.
Yeah, a bit more like a monocle. Go on, Ken. I'll let you go first on this one. But power rank me your NFL touchdown celebrations.
Right. So you know the bow and arrow one, that's not the first down celly that they do, is it?
I thought that this is the one where the only one where I'm like, what is this? And I thought it was first down
okay.
It's not that. I've seen it done twice. Once by Jalen Carter in the Super Bowl when they beat the Chiefs, but he got fined for it. I'm not sure.
I was literally about to say, don't they get fined for like?
Yeah,
it's a violent thing.
So I've only seen him and Burrow do it. I found it online. So this one for me, I had to research, but all the rest were pretty self-explanatory. But that was the one where I was like, "Is this what I think it is? Is it that?" But no.
I think so that might have changed my opinion now. Number 5. Oh my god, I put number 5. I have the gritty because like I think it's over with now. It is quite. It's not 2024 anymore. Okay, we can stop doing this. If I see Justin Jefferson doing it again, it's like, right, brother, you are, don't know how old you are, but you are now, you can be referred to as an unk. Please pack it in. So that is my 5. Then 4, the group dance routine. It's gotta be a good one for me to actually like it. Like, especially a dance routine. I don't think there's many dance routines you can do without looking like a pillock, really. So I've got that as 4. Now, this one, I'm now going to flip around. So now I have the bow and arrow celebration as my 3rd. And then the classic spiking the football at 2. Now I know, you just said that the gritty's overdone and we've gone past it. There's just something about spiking the football. And I know it's overdone and it's not as fun when it's like just one guy on his own is like what should we call it? Like a touchdown when you're behind 3 scores and you spike the ball and you're like, right, whatever. But when you think about Gronk doing it, when you think about the running backs who give it to their O-lineman for them to then spike it, it just looks sick. So I had to go spiking the football at 2. And then the Lambo leap or jumping into the crowd, number 1. I love seeing the fans interacting with the players as well. Like it's a great moment for them as well. So yeah, no, that's my power rankings for the NFL touchdown celebrations. Let's hear yours, Andy.
Well, there's one similarity. So my 5 is actually bow and arrow, just because I had to research it for the episode, and I felt like it can't be that memorable if I'm having to research it before.
No, that's fair.
4 is the gritty. I know I just did one before, but I do think it's a bit silly. Funny when Lights of Gasicki do it, but I think just like the dab, that is something that is well past the sell by date. And again, for those audio listeners, I've just done the dab.
It's just the dab.
I never thought in my 6 years doing this podcast like that.
I'd be dabbing, especially in 2026.
40 now off, so it'd be really cringe.
No.
But my number 3, I have gone for spiking the football just because I do think it reminds me a bit much of the Patriots. So that kind of has made it reminds me of Gronk. It reminds me of Patriots winning stuff, winning the Yeah, so for me, that's why it's third. Second is group dance routine. There are some really cool ones. There was one, I actually can't remember who it was and what year it was, but there was a really cool one where they kind of did the thing and it all led to this guy being on his own in the middle of a circle and doing a little dance. If I can find it, I will put it on this visuals now, but I can't remember who it was. And then number one is the Lambo Leap. I think it's iconic, especially when you get like away teams doing it as well, and you get that moment where because like the NFL is, you have fans of both teams in the same stands. You get that odd moment where you see all this elation where the Packers have scored, and then you see this one guy in like a Bears jersey on the side looking absolutely pissed.
Yeah.
That I love as well when you get both fans in the same picture, and you get odd occasions where you get fans who just seen their team concede a touchdown and they're there joining in with the huddle. I find that strange. No one's chucked a beer at like Devontae Adams' head or Josh Jacobs' head.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's iconic. It's the most iconic celebration, like consistent one in the NFL I can think of. So yeah, no, that's a.
Well, it's got its own like nickname for it as well. It's got its own term as well. So
that is true. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, the gritty has to be fair, but we're not putting that high.
Yeah, but I swear that was like a dance move from before the NFL anyway. I feel like Justin Jefferson I think it was, and Justin Jefferson just did it, and now everyone knows what it is. I swear that's how it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin Jefferson. If you are watching this, I do apologize for not giving you that trademark, but yeah.
Well, our final line ranking is NFL uniforms, and the 5 AI has given us is the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Packers, the Raiders, and the Dolphins. Now, I wasn't sure how to do this because some teams have amazing home jerseys, naff away jerseys. Some have average jerseys, great throwbacks, Exhibit A, like behind me, my Dan Marino jersey. So I went for, you might go for something different kind of. I've gone for purely the home jersey just because they wear that the most. And I have gone for the Dolphins 5th. I don't believe it's a nice home. Actually, I think it's I don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks, but I do think it's a bit bland. I'm wearing it now as we speak, but I don't think it's necessarily a jersey that's going to make you stop in the street and go and get it. I've gone for the Chiefs 4th. I think that it's well worn now because of Mahomes. And I do think a Mahomes jersey looks really cool in that red, and I do think Spanish as well. They got the color scheme on the side of the jerseys. It's basically the Spain flag. So I think if you're Spanish, I'm not shocked for that reason. And then 3, I've gone for the Packers. I'm not that keen on yellow and green combined, but I think in the Packers, kind of the iconic Packers jersey, the history behind it, I think it makes it better. I don't think I'd like seeing a football team wear green and yellow, although Norwich City have some nice kits. Maybe I'll get that. Second, I've gone for the silver and black, the Raiders. I think that's just an iconic jersey. It hasn't really changed much, that jersey, in history. I don't think we've seen it change at all from memory. It's iconic, it's clean, it's I think the away jersey is horrific. It's so bland, that white and grey away jersey, but is insane. But my number 1 is the Cowboys. I do think they have the best jersey in NFL history. A white Troy Aikman jersey for me is the best. But even that navy away jersey they've got, even the one where you've got the star and you've got the kind of silver shoulder pads, really iconic. And I think with the white jersey and the star on the helmet, I don't think for me there's a better jersey out there than the Cowboys, in my opinion. But you might think differently, Cynan. So what is your?
I think my lineup's gonna shock you really. So I was basing it off of the home jerseys for this upcoming season. So I had a look at all the new ones and I was comparing them. Now at the 5th spot, I have the Chiefs, because for me it doesn't really do anything for me. There's not much. I don't know. For me, it looked a little bit quite bland, and I think when it depends on the number name you have for it, for the jersey to then look half good, then you got a problem. So I had Chiefs 5th. Now, whilst you were saying your list, I kind of want to jump on mine about now. I think We'll go. You know what? No, I'll stick with this. Because it's based on what I saw. I had the Cowboys 4.
Ooh.
Even though I do love their jerseys usually, but I comparing it to the new ones now, I just thought, okay, they haven't changed that much, and it doesn't look as, maybe it's just how NFL Shop conveyed it to me, but it didn't look as clean. Probably will look clean in a game, and I'll think, okay, I'm an idiot. But from what I just saw, I'll put Cowboys 4th. I got this one I might change. I've got the Packers 3rd. I think it's quite I like the color. I like the colors on it, and I think it's a nice change to all the other jerseys in the league as well. I've got the Raiders 2nd because I think it's such a clean look, that black and silver. It just looks so clean. And I've seen the videos of Mendoza throwing the pigskin. And it's just like, yo, the jersey looks so clean. So that's my 2nd. And then, if you probably noticed, there's one team that I haven't said, and that is the Miami Dolphins at 1. I think the jersey I saw, whether it's the right one or not, it probably is. It's on the NFL Shop. It looks sick. I think the color's iconic. I think it's another one that kind of stands out, like the Packers one does. But I think the font is iconic. You know, you think even like Hard Rock Cafe type thing. I don't know. You think, look at that. You look at the font. You think, yeah, that's a brand in itself. The colors, and I think the texturing that they've added to this upcoming season's jersey as well look good. So yeah, almost like a complete 180 on your list.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that if it's that white jersey there, or you've got the throwbacks which you wear like once or twice a year, they're really good. And I do think the away jersey, when you got the green shorts or the aqua shorts with the white jersey, that can be quite a nice combo. I just think, I do think, I don't know. I feel like we're overdue a change. Like the Bengals had one of the worst jerseys in the league, and now they got one of the best. That Andy Dalton era was horrendous, but the Burrow era Bengals jerseys are just. I think
those are sick.
I think
it's. I'll also give it to you. I guess you see the Dolphins jersey more often than anyone else, so you will be more susceptible to kind of being like, okay, I'm done with this.
And so, yeah, I associate that jersey with a lot of pain and suffering as a fan. Maybe that's why it's 5th.
Yeah, that adds up. That makes sense.
Well, there we are. That is the end of it. That's the end of our AI Part 2 episode.
Flown through it.
Yeah, we've managed to get all of them done. Hope you all enjoyed Part 2 as much as Part 1. And do obviously let us know in the comments who you'd have as your comparisons to teams, surprise teams, all the ones we've done in Part 1 and Part 2. Do let us know in the comments your thoughts on our comparisons. But Cynan, for 2 separate recordings, it's been great having you on. Thanks for appearing on both. No,
thank you very much, Andy. Always have a good time. I feel like this one was the little bit more structure on my part. It's nice to. I feel like I was able to give you a better answer than I was in the last one because I had to give a little bit of thought before it. So no, it's good, and I love the chaotic topics of it as well. It makes me use my brain a little bit more than I usually do. So no, thank you very much, Andy. Thank you again for having me on. Well, pleasure as always, and you will be sure to catch Cynan during the NFL season, as this is slowly approaching on us. We are well underway, less than 2 months away before the season begins, and before we know it, it's going to be here. But yeah, that is the end of the episode. Thank you, everyone who stayed tuned for both parts. I have been, as ever, your host today, Andy Davis, as we've let AI decide our episode script. And joining me today, as well as Part 1, with Cynan Anwyl. And do catch his podcast. We'll put the link in the podcast description. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.